What's cracking, Geek Reactions ENT? So today I have something a little special for you. This is kind of odd to me because I was just going down a rabbit hole of YouTube like we always do, and I came across this. Now I always knew that they were going to make a DC Injustice animated movie. Like, that's been confirmed for a couple of months now. But this is footage. I don't know if they showed this at Comic-Con. I don't even think Warner Brothers went to Comic-Con. DC Animated Studios went to Comic-Con. But I know this may be at their thing that they have going on, which is DC Fandom, that they literally started 2 years ago or last year. I don't remember exactly. 2 years ago. 2 years ago. They started DC Fandom 2 years ago, right? This is the DC Injustice animated movie that they have coming out. Hopefully this shows us some footage. Hopefully this is a direct adaptation of the comic books and the game. And hopefully there is lines like this.
Oh, bucket's full, honey. I was trying too hard to impress the wrong guy. Kinda like you with Superman.
Damn! That was savage. Okay, the Injustice storyline has always been one of my favorite and most compelling storylines from anything that DC has come out with. I know we're all tired of the evil Superman incarnation of Clark Kent. You know, we have Omni-Man, we have Homelander. You know, we have all of those negatives of what Superman would be like if he was to turn to the dark side. This we haven't had in an animated series. The New 52 run of their animated series are some of my favorite animated movies that they've had out. They're a lot better. I would have to say Justice League Unlimited, the Justice Society of America, the New 52 animations, like all of the Superman versus Doomsday and Apocalypse War, Darkseid, all that stuff are some of my favorite works from DC. Some of their movies are kind of hit and miss. As you all know, I was a big advocate and a big fan in the Zack Snyder trilogy, the Christian Bale trilogy, and also Aquaman, Shazam, and the first Wonder Woman. I was fans of those. But I got the receipts here. If you guys don't believe me, these are literally all of the Injustice comics and complete series. This is the complete collection of all books. Injustice Year Zero literally just came out. It was pre-ordered. And apparently that's them going back in time to the JSA. This is supposed to happen way before Superman turns to the dark side. I really hope they show in the animation that Joker did kill Lois. If you haven't read the comics, I kind of just spoiled it for you. But we'll check out this footage, see what it's about, and then talk about it a little after. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do have an intro video coming soon. It's being worked on as we speak. It may take another 5 days, but I can't wait to see the finished product. So keep a lookout for that. Let's get to it.
Injustice is an Elseworld story, a superhero civil war between Batman and Superman.
Being able to work on a comic book is always great. We also want to play homage to the video game too. It was a lot of fun for us to take the best of each of those worlds together.
Don't make me do this! I wanted to bring in the element of heart. To see if I could divide everyone evenly, where you wouldn't know who the good side is.
Superman becoming something that is way more dangerous and much darker, actually, than what we're used to seeing.
It's over.
I had to ask, do I want to be the guy that makes this film and does this to one of my favorite characters?
You know, Batman is great, but now and forever, I will always
psychopathic.
Be Team Superman.
Solomon Grundy, you have Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Nightwing.
It'll be my masterpiece.
Yeah, the Joker set
Superman suffers an unimaginable loss.
Decimated Metropolis.
11 million dead.
He's got a moral compass and he doesn't kill. Having crossed that line, where does that leave you?
We're not executioners.
How dare you moralize to this man?
We wanted to really make sure that we were staying true to the character and making sure that when he would go down this path, that we would see an aspect of Superman that we've never seen before.
You'll throw away everything the Justice League stands for.
You were wrong.
Someone took everything from you, didn't they? And look at what you became.
Joker knows that Superman is well nigh indestructible. So he goes after a softer target. His heart.
What do you think he'll become?
There's a little bit of fortuitousness to the Joker's plan in that there's another element to it that isn't usually there.
I'm pulling the best joke ever.
Playing the Joker, there's a level of not just insanity, but joy and playfulness.
I like to laugh.
The Joker has just taken literally everything from him. There's no sense in letting him live any longer.
I'm going to just pause it really quick because if you didn't read the comic, the series of this Injustice run, this really gave you a nice look at how fucking psychopathic the Joker could really be. And he claims to like these characters, you know. He claims to like Batman, Superman. These are some of his greatest rivals. But in this, you really get a sense of how fucking crazy this guy is. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you never read it or, you don't have an idea of it. I would like to tell you to go to your nearest Barnes & Nobles or bookstore to pick up these comics. Read these before this comes out so you can get an idea of what it may be about. I'm sorry to pause it. It's only 2 minutes, 33 seconds. We got 5 more minutes. I'm going to get back into it. We'll talk after.
I think it catches everyone by surprise what kind of action Superman has to get engaged in to essentially cancel the Joker out from doing any more.
Now that's
ripped right out of the comic book.
I just saw Act 1 of Injustice, and I need to go on the record that I am not Team Superman. I am Team Batman.
You're better than that. You have to be, or the consequences could be fatal.
That is the start of the schism between two superhero best friends.
Your parents were murdered, Bruce. They couldn't be there for you. What's your excuse?
There's that moment where you're like, yeah, but then you have to deal with the
right out of the
repercussions.
comic
How many
book.
times did he escape to kill again? Do you even care?
I care, but the law must be followed.
Superman decides, I'm not going to let the strong oppress the weak. I'm taking their free will away from them.
It gives you the opportunity to explore ideologically how far apart they get.
We can't decide who dies.
One death.
It always starts with one.
I came here to make peace. But you can't possibly understand what the Joker took from me.
Batman keeps looking back at his ethics and asking himself, am I on the morally right side here? Because it feels like everything I do is not working.
And it's really interesting to actually see the two of them now on opposite sides and actually see how each of them are going to react to the world of injustice.
The Republic of North Korea is no longer a nuclear power.
If you go on the battlefield with this Wonder Woman,
right out of the comic,
she will kill you.
She almost plays the role of the devil on his shoulder.
I just want to keep people safe.
If anyone can, it's you.
This is something more personal, that she wanted to actually be more of a support to him. That support
'Cause she
ends
was
up distorting
infatuated
her
with him.
morality. She ends up kind of following Superman down a path that she never thought he would ever go to.
I have to be strong. Like you said.
We know Harley Quinn. We know she's a villain. We know she's out of her mind and everything. And that's what we're used to seeing and stuff. But again, we got a different world now.
Arrow Cave is a stupid name, though.
How about we play the quiet game?
It's fun to actually see her personality play out with another character from the DC universe.
Why not call it the Quiver?
That's actually much better. How did I not?
If you take Superman and turn him into a symbol of oppression, you can then take Harley and flip her around and make her someone who's fighting for freedom.
And a
Harley,
sympathetic character.
what are you doing here? I locked you in the safe room.
She's always an interesting character. She's a loose cannon. She's the perfect anti-hero.
I decided to be a hero and help you stop Superman.
I'd do a whole movie with them.
'Cause I'm a hero now.
There's a huge cast of superheroes in this film. We are exploring some of those secondary characters, Nightwing, Robin.
Screw this.
I always felt like Plastic Man doesn't really fit in. It's from a completely kind of different world.
At least
Or
they
he
give him
found,
some
which
shine.
is a completely different era of the Injustice comics, was this great run of what Plastic Man is capable of. It's great to see a character who is intrinsically silly be such a badass.
We're here for the Mirror Master.
The Mirror Master. He's actually working for the government, ostensibly.
Stop interfering with government.
He had some great bits in the comic book we adapted from.
It's going to be a shocker to people to see all the superheroes in this very, very deep tone of a script.
They're exactly where you said they would be.
Having a different actor cast in the role really brings out a different dynamic and a different personality of these characters.
It's okay. Let it out. We need to be able to think that there is a way out of our mistakes. What's gotten into you?
What side are you going to choose?
No character is safe.
Superman finds himself in a position that he hasn't been in before, being opposed to a lot of the people that have stood next to him, possibly treating them as criminals. Is he even good anymore?
Superman can make a perfect world.
The Justice League cannot be the world's police force.
You're all under arrest.
I don't think so.
Right off of the pages of the comic book. I can't wait. Nope. I cannot wait. Really, literally, ripped off of the pages. If you open one of these books and look at it, literally ripped right off the pages of the comic book, right? This is going to be very interesting because, like I said, I've read the comics. I've read almost all the DC comics, and I can never really side with one character. It may get a little political, but it's a political that we can deal with. It's not too political to where it's like a turnoff. You know what I mean? Superman literally goes on a tirade because he loses love of his life and his unborn child in the comic. Batman has this morality about him that we shouldn't be judge, jury, and executioner, which is also right. Leave it up to the governments and the police forces to basically use the power that they have to police those that are in the wrong. I get both sides. But if we're looking at it from a reader standpoint and also from the standpoint of certain superheroes that we see secondhand taking most of this information and taking most of these crimes and murders, I completely get where Superman is coming from. And if I was put in that same situation to be the most powerful person on earth and to watch someone I love die and or kill them myself without my control, I would probably go down the path that Superman goes down. Is it the right path? No. Is it a necessary path? Probably. But that's not up to me to decide. Hopefully they give us a better insight in the movie. They adapt some things from the comics but change the stories a little. So it's not a direct adaptation because, you know, the comics are very special. I know it's an animated, so we'll probably see Ares in this and his little story arc with Diana in this. Diana's, in my opinion, in this and in the comics, she was very scummy. She was very scummy. And only because she pursued Clark after Lois died. After Lois died, right? We all know Diana has always been in love with Clark. She sees him as an equal or if not more powerful, which he is. And she pursued him after Lois died. She used that as a weakness to get what she wanted. And we may see that in here. As I showed in the clip in the beginning, Harley called Diana out on that. And a lot of the readers have probably called Diana out on that. There's a lot of things in these comics that get very political, but you also see a very human-esque element of these characters because if we're thinking about it, if we were in these positions, we would do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. Following lust, love, loss, pain, and anger, you know, coming from Bruce as being a human, trusting the government and the police forces to basically, you know, punish those that are deserving instead of having the most powerful people in the world be symbols of fear and tyranny. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting to see. I hope it's really good, you know, especially being that the comics and the games were very bloody and gory and stuff of that nature. I hope, you know, that's adapted into the movie. If not, you know, it is what it is. But I can't imagine it not being when Justice League Dark War Apocalypse, that name was way too long to remember, was very bloody, and you know, you saw a lot of characters lose limbs and intestines and heads. So I can't wait to see what this is like. If you guys like the reaction and like the little discussion, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate all of my OGs and my new subscribers. Thank you guys for 4,200 subscribers. We're on the path to 6K. Let's get it. 10K. Let's get it. I know you guys can do it. Just share the content. Thank you guys. I'm out.